What's going on, guys? Welcome back. On this video, I want to talk about can Coach Prime survive the transfer portal? Can history repeat itself? So that's what I want to talk about because there's a lot going on. He took some huge hits in the transfer portal, but as we know, the way college football is now, it's just the way it is. You're going to lose some players. You're going to lose some players in the transfer portal. That's just the nature of the beast now in college football. A player will have one good season at your university and ball out and, negotiate and go elsewhere. But we know it's more than likely it's a business move for these players on why they're leaving. It looks like it's going to have to be a full rebuild. That's what it looks like. But like I said again, I just wanted to start this off with that's the nature of college football. Every team goes through it. We know Lane Kiffin, even the coaches be leaving. So how can you expect the kids to be loyal to the program when the coaches be leaving? We saw how Lane Kiffin left Ole Miss. He didn't even finish his season. I mean, they were in the hunt for the title game, and he took money else. Let's face it, it was about money. And also LSU was a really big opportunity. And he left. So everybody is about themselves. So we don't want to knock these kids for leaving because I see that's it's a trend going on here at Colorado what I don't like. A player once the player leaves, oh, we don't need him. Go ahead and leave. No, we needed Tawfiq Buyer. Yeah, we did. We needed Omarion. Now some people are like, oh, Omarion can't block. I heard the same thing happen when Carmani hit the transfer portal. Oh, he's not this, he's not that. Guys, it's business. It's not always personal. It's not always a personal thing because if when you look at Tawfiq Instagram, Bucky is liking all his posts. You see what I'm saying? When he announced that he was leaving, Bucky liked the post. So it's no hard feelings. It's business. Maybe Colorado can't match what another team is about to match with him. We don't know. But I'm still going to follow his career and I'm going to wish him the best. Now, a lot of people are talking trash about Jaheim Otis. Watch Jaheim go to another team and have an All-American year. Watch. And I'm going to follow it. He's not garbage. He's not. I went back and looked at a lot of his videos, and he played when he was at Alabama. He did. He's not garbage. I don't know what sometime, guys, an opportunity sometime elsewhere is not always good. Just like the quarterback we had this year, he was doing well at his last opportunity, but when he came here, things didn't work out. That's how it is sometimes. You take a chance when you go to another program. Sometime it might work out, sometime it don't. But I do wish them the best for those that's hitting the transfer portal, and I really do think that it's going to be a lot more people hit the transfer portal. It's going to be a lot more. They're not lying when they say they may have to replace 60 people. I think this is going to be staggered. I think every day you're going to see a new face hit this transfer portal, and come January 2nd, it's going to be a floodgate again. But the only problem is this time they have to act fast because the transfer portal only opens up once. So they're going to have to replace 60 people. And the thing is, when you get those people in, you don't know if it's going to work out or not. Unless um, that could be a possibility too, that he might leave. I don't know, but we'll see. That'll be damaging to the program. If coach leave, that'll be damaging. The only way I could see coach leaving, this is just my opinion, Either he just said, "Look, I got to retire. I can't do this no more." Um, or a bigger program reach out, like a Michigan or somebody, or the NFL is calling. Like he get to coach the Browns or something. Um, you said you can add in the 20 million loss this season. What do you mean the 20 million loss? But yeah, college football, guys, is all about what have you done for me lately. And you see a lot of coaches moving around. Just like that one coach that was with us and he went to Syracuse. Now he's leaving Syracuse now and going to another team. That's how it is. It's just people be bouncing around. Everybody's out for self. I don't like this new college. I really don't. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I like that the players are getting paid. I like that the players are getting paid, but it's from a standpoint of like, a hardcore Colorado fan, you guys are going to have an up and down. It's going to be up and down every season. You will have a you will have a few players that play their whole career at Colorado. Hopefully Jordan Seaton is one of them. However, it's a strong possibility that he might hit the transfer portal, and it's not personal, it's business. It's not personal, it's business. And if he do hit the transfer portal, you have to say, "Uh-oh, the transfer portal struck again." That's what you have to say. And like I said, the reason why I'm saying this is because it's business. It's not personal. You said they're down 20 million in the program. Okay, I heard that. I don't know how they're down 20 million. All that money they made the first year. I really, I'm sorry. I don't understand how they're down 20 million. A lot of teams are down. Not just Colorado. If that's the case, a lot of teams are down. I was looking at an article on that. You have to win to winning is everything in college football. It's always been that way, but now there's a different caveat to it. The transfer portal, the back end money. It's like whoever has the most money owns college football, and they say Lane Kiffin owns college football right now. With a few others, not just Lane Kiffin. You got Texas A&M. Man, did y'all see Texas A&M football facility? That's enough to get a kid to go there. I mean, Texas A&M, they have money. Ole Miss have money. Georgia have money, of course. Alabama. So he's in small company. But those are the people in Oregon as well. Those are the people that's going to rule college football in Michigan. They got money too over there, even though they're having coaching issues right now. You have to, but they say, I've heard that they say Colorado does have money. They do. They have money to pay the players. But the thing is, can they get the right players in? They're gonna have to, in order to be successful next season, they're gonna have to be right 90. They're gonna have to be right 90% of the time in the transfer portal. They gotta ace this. They gotta be right 90% of the time. Anything under that, I don't know. But see, the problem is you got to bring a bunch of new people in, and they got to gel together. They got to learn a new play system. They got to gel together, try to build some type of continuity. It's not gonna. I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't know how it's gonna work. I honestly think you got to build this through the high school level and then hopefully you get a group of guys that play together for 3 years. That's how you're gonna build this, and then it'll truly be the next man up. I don't know how they're gonna compete like this. I'm being real with you. They're gonna. I'm pretty much if they have a storied season next season, I'm gonna be surprised. And then I will tell you guys, I was really surprised. They exceeded all of my expectations. Okay, that's what I'll tell you. They exceeded all of my expectations, and I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they did it. Okay. You said the go-go offense is a hard offense to learn in one. That's what I'm saying. So you got to learn a whole new system in one season. I don't know how that's gonna. I mean, I hope people are being realistic about this. Okay, I hope ain't nobody expecting too much because this is rebuilding, retooling. Um, it's retooling. Now I've heard it's a lot of rumors out there as far as what players are getting paid and stuff like that, and they put numbers out there on Jordan Seaton. Like I don't know if it's true or not. $8 million. I don't know if that's true. I could tell you right there that alone could crush a ball club. If one player get that much, everybody gonna have their hand out. Everybody is, especially if they know. See, this is a situation where everybody just need to be quiet about what they're getting. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how rumors like that get spread. You know the crazy thing is, you know how this is spreading? There's one person that's connected to the program that's purposely telling us. He's purposely doing it. And the reason why he's doing it because he's trying to destroy that locker room. I believe he knows a lot and he's telling it. And the reason why he's telling it, damn, the other players are gonna hear that. Damn, he got 8 million. The fuck? And I'm sitting up here and I'm not promised nothing. I got about 30,000 by the grace of God. And he over here like this. That'll destroy a locker room. That will destroy a locker room. Destroy it. You know, that'll destroy it. So and he probably do have insight because so far he's been right. He said they're gonna lose about 60 people. They got to replace on. They're on track to do that because they've already lost 30 some seniors. So if another 20 something or whatever is entering the portal, if they got to replace 50 to 60, he's on track. And there's something wrong with it's something I can't put my finger on it. Something is kind of off with the team. There's something off with the team, and I can't put my finger on it. But I guarantee you, if I start going around, if I get like a press pass or something like that, I can get a feel for it. I can't get a feel for it sitting at home, but I'm not going there though. I'm not going there. But something is not right. Something is not right. Something is not right. And I'm telling you right now, if they don't fix it, I don't care if they brought another a new offensive coordinator, and they're going to lose. They're going to lose. But the good thing about it is it's an opportunity for a player to come there and get some investment money. Now, what do I mean by some investment money? You get there, say if they give you about 4 or 5, 600,000, put a little bit of that in an investment account, and then you set yourself up for after college because everybody not going to the NFL. That's why these kids want money now. They want money now. You said he's a receiver. I don't care if he's a receivers coach by trade. Mm-mm. It don't matter. It don't. I see the writing on the wall. It doesn't matter. They're losing. They're losing too many good people now. They're losing. They're never going to build a foundation. They're losing too many. See, what's the difference between Colorado and Alabama? Because Alabama lose a lot of people to the portal too. What's the difference? What's the difference? The difference is they're going to lose a lot of players, but it's not going to hurt their bottom line. It's not. This is hurting their bottom line because they haven't built the foundation yet. Now I keep hearing contextual that people say Omarion don't like the block, but he was very important on that team. When listen, during the game, Coach Prime came up to him and said, "Son, I don't know how you be doing it, but you be doing it." He was very important to that team. See, that's what a lot of players are saying. Oh, he this and that. He wasn't all that. We don't care to lose him, but how you going to replace him? You have to if they don't go out and replace him, it's going to be all bad if they don't replace him. And then if they lose Jordan Seaton, all the other recruits are going to be looking at that. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if he do hit, because there's going to be people in his ear that's offering him a ridiculous amount of money. I'm pretty sure of it. I didn't see his last press conference. I might listen to it. I didn't see the last one. You talking about the one from this week? Did he have one this week? Because I missed it. It's already Thursday. He usually have it on Tuesday, right? I missed it. I might have to look at it. I mean, listen to it right now. But something when I say something is not right, I'm not talking about the players. I'm not talking about the players. And here's another thing. You have an added caveat to this. You have people that's affiliated with the program that do not care nothing about Coach Prime. They don't. And they're doing everything to kill that locker room. You know how you kill the locker room? You start talking about how much players are getting paid. That's how you kill the locker room. That's how you kill it. This is not the NFL where, you know, if somebody gets a max contract, yeah, well, that person earned a max contract. That's just how the structure is. College is a little different. People are broke in college. And, people are broke in college. People are broke. And when they see somebody, they say, damn, he getting about 5 million, he getting 2 million. And I'm over here playing with a broken hand, doing my thing, and y'all can't give me my money. Yeah, he's gonna leave. I'm not saying that happened, but that kid that was playing with the broken hand, that got that interception, he should be one of the highest paid on the team. He should be one of the highest paid going into next season. But he will get that money elsewhere. He will get that money elsewhere, whether it's in the SEC, whether it's in name the conferences, the Big 12, whether he stay in the Big 12, he stay in the Pac-10, wherever he goes. I don't know where he's gonna go. You know what somebody said? You know what somebody said about Omarion? I heard this yesterday. They said he's gonna do good in a Power Four school. What is that? What does that mean? What do you mean power? What does that mean? You mean he's gonna step down? Because they're making it seem like he'll be good in a lower level. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? He's a Power Five wide receiver. He's Power Five all the way. Don't ever forget what he did at USC. Don't forget it, because I'll remind you. I have a good memory. Okay? Don't just because he's leaving, it's no the thing is, it's no hard feelings on coaching them. Because I see how they're liking the posts and everything. There's no hard feelings there. It could be business. But don't say that kid can't play in the Power Five. You gotta be crazy. You gotta be crazy. That kid got good hands. He does. I bet you he'll block at LSU if they call him to block. I bet you he'll do it. I bet you he'll do it. He can block. Don't sit here and say he can't block. He can block. Yes, he can. If he want to, he can. But I'm gonna tell you something. What will crush that locker room? They'll start looking around and pocket watching and seeing how much people are getting paid. See, that's the problem with this whole thing with players getting paid now. I love the fact that players are getting paid. Players always been getting paid. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Players have always been getting paid, but now you can legally do it, right? You can legally do it. But the stars, okay, look, you're gonna have stars on the team, right? That's gonna get paid more than everybody else, and all the players understand that. Like, yes, he's the big dog. He's gonna get all the money, but you got to make sure everybody is comfortable too. Everybody got to break bread. Everybody got to break bread. You can't have somebody on that team that's really contributing and you're not breaking bread. You got to break bread. It got to be evenly split. Not evenly split. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it. I don't you don't I mean everybody understand that the top players are going to get the most money, right? We all know that. Even the players know that. But they still have to be, because when I look at my friend of mine, she took her son on a recruiting visit. They went to the University of Miami, and her son was riding an electric skateboard around. He was riding an electric skateboard around. You know, he had it in his hand. He had his electric skateboard in his hand. And the coach was like, "Oh, that's going to be your mode of transportation." He said, "Yeah." He said, "I'm not into cars like that." You know what I'm saying? And he really went there on an academic trip. But I mean, the kid looks like he looks like Tony Gonzalez. That's how big he is. He looks like he's a tight end. He looks just like Tony Gonzalez, and he played basketball. And so they like, well, because he was there for academics, because he wants the he want to get into their yeah, what program was that? He's pre med. He's pre med, so he's really concerned about the pre med. And obviously when he was there, the coaches, they wanted to show him around and stuff like that. And they were laughing because she said they were in the parking lot. She said she thought that she was at the Miami Dolphins facility. She said, "This the Miami Dolphins or this the college facility?" Because you know how you can go on a visit and watch the team and all that. So he did all of that. He said, "Dude," he said, "it's like the cars were lined up, and everybody is breaking a little bit of bread there. Everybody not getting the same amount. Like they weren't getting a canned ward amount, but everybody breaking bread. That's how you got to do it. I don't know how they're doing it here, and I don't know if Tafiq started the first couple games. I don't think he did. He was supposed to start immediately. The way he was playing, he's supposed to start immediately. I don't know why he didn't. I don't know what it is though. I can't put my finger on. I don't know if it's the preparation. I don't know if they playing favorites. I'm not sure, but it's not working. Um, I don't know, because and another thing you got to be careful about is how you talk to these players. They're not like how I grew up. Because when I grew up, everybody didn't get a participation trophy. Everybody didn't. Back then, your parents could hit you. When I was coming up, so we had to have a level of when when the coaches yell at us and talk a certain way, we had to deal with it. These kids ain't dealing with it no more. So I don't know if the talking to him rubbed them the wrong way, and I know it has something to do with it because Coach mentioned it. He said, you guys you got to get used to some tough coaching. He said, you guys, some of you don't know how a man sound. He said that before, so that got to be some type of issue. And I also think some of the players checked out because if when Ray Lewis said they weren't watching film when they only 3 people raised their hand, they checked out. They checked out. You can't win a game like that if nobody's watching film. If nobody's going hard in the film room, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna ever win. They're not gonna win next year either. If they don't find the players that watch film, right, and want to get better and study their upcoming opponents' tendencies, they're not gonna win. They're not gonna win either. They're not gonna get to a bowl game next year if they don't get those type of players in. Your whole defensive line has to be locked in. You can have some players that's not locked in, but your starting defensive line and your starting linebackers and your starting secondary, they all have to be locked in. Everybody don't have to be locked in, but your starters do. If they don't have that, they're not going to win. Because at Alabama, it's so competitive. You better be watching your film in Alabama. You better be watching it because you might not play. It's the competition is so great, you might not even play. You better hope that you could get on special teams. So yes, you have to clock in the most film study so the coaches can see it. Like, damn, this kid clocking in all this film study. We gotta look at him again. That's how competitive it is. You ain't gonna see that film in Alabama if you don't have no film study and you don't know how to study film and break film down. You're not playing. But if they can find those players that do that, then they'll start winning. It don't matter who your coach is. If you got some dogs on that field, you're gonna find a way to win. But hey, man, it's a lot easier said than done. I'm gonna tell you all that. It's a lot easier said than done because it's so competitive out there. You got the Lane Kiffins out there. It looked like they don't gave him a Brinks truck to go get some players. So you got to compete with that. You got the Oregons out there with the Nike money. You got Texas A&M and shit. SMU even got money. You know what I'm saying? So you really competing with all these people. The real competition is in the off season. That's the competition right there with the coaches. It's in the off season. It starts now. That's where the competition is. I mean, you got some Michigan players out there. I don't know what they're gonna do. Maybe they're on the phone with these Michigan players. I'm talking about the starters. They need to go after some starters. Like, yeah, like, come on over here. We need you. But it's easier said than done. I don't have no high expectations for next season. I don't. You know what I'm saying? It's a rebuilding phase. You know what I'm saying? If they get over 8 games, shit, they exceeded my expectations. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be real with it. They rebuilding. You said starters want starters money. I heard they got money there. And I know people are knocking the fact, they saying, well, Jaheim Otis, he got all this money and this and that. Yo, that's a brother at the end of the day. What y'all talking about? What you mad that he got the money? I'm glad he got that money. I hope he invested and take care of his family. What y'all talking about, man? This is a weird society we in, bro. I hope 3 Eye Atlas really come back and change people's vibration. Like for real. People crazy out here. It ain't his fault they gave him the money. It just didn't work out, maybe. I don't know. Well, maybe it did. You said they got that money, not Texas money. Yeah, well, yeah, I said that. You said they mad because he got money and didn't produce on the field. Sometimes it happens. It happens in the NFL. It happens in the NFL. I can name some quarterbacks right now that got max contracts in the NFL and they're not producing. I could name them. I mean, even though Deshaun got hurt, but Deshaun got life changing money, and it's not worth it. It turned out to not be worth it. I'm happy Otis got paid. That's a brother at the end of the day. I don't care what y'all say. That's a brother at the end of the day. I want to see brothers get some money because of what they did to the Fab Five. I want them to get money. Yes, I do. I want them to get money. Because these people have been making money off these kids' backs for so long. I want them to get some money. I don't give a damn what he produced. Shit, he already graduated. As far as I'm concerned, that's a win-win situation. Shit, as he takes some of that money and invests it the right way, he's set up, man. He's set up. But I guarantee you, he's gonna go somewhere and have an All-American season. Watch, I'm gonna be following him. I said the same thing about Tank. People say, "Oh, Tank is garbage." This and I said, "Guys, he's an NFL tackle. What are y'all talking about?" They said, "Max, how is he an NFL tackle? Allowing all those sacks?" I said, "Because he did it on purpose." I told y'all that. And guess what? He's in the NFL. I know talent when I see it. I know talent when I see it. Jaheim going somewhere to be an All-American. Remember I said it. He's not garbage. I just don't know what happened here. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. And I think part of it, I don't know, when you get a bunch of people come together, this is the problem. In year one, when he had to bring all those players in, right? Some of those players, like, I'm here to start. But then when they're not getting the playing time they want to get, they check out. That's probably what happened. They're like, man, I'm not starting and this and that. Yo, man, we got competition over here. And they check out. They check out, man. I know it ain't right. The real ones don't check out. I know what you're gonna say. The real ones don't check. No, some of them do check out. Some of them do. This generation is not like our generation from back in the day. They're not. In fact, they even had to change the rules in the NFL because these players don't want to get hit. Okay? Shit, that's what you sign up for a little CTE. You sign up for that. I used to box. We knew we could get brain damage, but we did it anyway. Because that's a warrior sport. It's also a poor man's sport. Just let y'all know. Boxing is a poor man's sport. You sign up for your body to hurt when you're in your 50s. You sign up for that. That's why you get paid the money you get paid, but they don't want to get hit no more. Go ask Chad Johnson and them and T.O. and them when they ran routes that they get their butts kicked sometime. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. This is a different type of league. Now the league is kind of soft, yo. You can't if you even sneeze on the quarterback, you get a penalty. So it's different. These kids are soft, yo. It's different. I'm sorry. It's different. It ain't like it was in the 80s, yo. Them days is over with. Them days are over. They over. I'm seeing players, they be tackling by the leg. You know how they do that leg tackle? No, I know speak going in and just wrap a person. The hell with that. I don't care how small you are. You just go in there and wrap that dude. I don't care if you get trucked. You know, back in the day, we didn't care if we got trucked. We gonna wrap that person. They don't do that no more. They do the little underhand tackle and all this and all that. Come on, man. Come on, man. But it's a different day and age. But they got to go find some players that care. They did have some players on the team that cared. But it's hard keeping those players right now. It's hard. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why they can't retain some of these players. They losing some of their stars. Yeah, they don't have no more crash outs in the league. They don't have no more. Shiloh would have been a crash out, but they don't want him. They don't want Shiloh. Shiloh's a crash out. He's a crash out. He still had that crash out mentality. They don't want that no more in the league. They want you just, trip a person. You know how they do the little tackle when they just trip a person? No, I want you to go in there and wrap them. I don't give a damn if you're 120 pounds. Wrap them. They won't do it. They won't do it. They try to trip the person. I want some Ed Reeds. Where the Ed Reeds at, man? Where the Ed Reeds at? The Honey Badger just retired last season. He gone. The Honey Badger retired. Okay? It ain't no more. It's a thing in the past. Ain't no more Legion of Booms. No more of that. Ain't no more because you'll get a flag. It's helmet to helmet, and they said no, it ain't helmet to helmet, but they'll call it anyway. If the hit is hard enough, they're gonna call a flag. You said Omarion is lazy. I watch him closely. No, he's not lazy. He's not lazy. He might have checked out. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know what was wrong with him. No, he has elite skills. I'm sorry, he does. Now I don't know if he checked out as some. You know what I go back to? They all got on a conference call. Not a conference call, but they all went live together. Elijah. They all went live together one day. I said they all leaving. I said it. They all went live together, right? I said this during the season. I said, "Yo, I said it in passing. But I didn't want to keep saying it because I don't want to start no rumors." They all had went live after a game. I think they may have all gotten chewed out. They all got chewed out or whatever. They all got on a live chat, and I could tell right then and there they all were leaving. Jordan Seaton included. Omarion included. He was on there. Staub was on there. There was a few other people that was on there. And I could tell right then and there they checked out. They checked out right then and there. They checked out. It could have been a situation where the coach chewed them out and talked to them the wrong way, and they checked out. He's not lazy. He checked out, maybe. I could tell. Somebody, I forget who it is. He covers Colorado. He recorded it. I don't know if y'all know who I'm talking about. If you go to his channel and find it, you will see it. Just type in Colorado players live chat or something. Maybe you might find it. But sometimes the people delete the stuff afterwards. But you had to be there to watch it. I just happened to be there watching. I saw somebody went live and I was watching it. I knew right then and there they're talking in code. They're leaving. So I don't know why people are calling him lazy. Who's calling him lazy, by the way? Who said y'all think y'all listening to what's his name? That's who y'all listening to. Let me tell y'all something, man. In life, in this lifetime, you gotta think for yourself, yo. You can't listen to people. You gotta see it for your own two eyes. Now, if you saw it for your own two eyes, you feel that he's lazy, then I'm okay. We can agree to disagree. But there's a content creator that's saying that. And I noticed in the chat when he say that, everybody agree like they fucking robots. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's not worth this and this. He's not worth the money. Who the fuck are you to say somebody not worth it? And that's another brother getting paid. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? I don't give a damn. You think he better get his money? I want these kids to get his money. Shador got his. Travis got his. I didn't knock them for getting their money, and we not knocking nobody else. These are brothers at the end of the day. I want them to get all their money. You know what I'm saying? I would never say he ain't worth the money. Bullshit. There's some players in the NFL that might not be worth the money. I'm not going to say they can't get their money. Just like Deshaun Watson, right? Even though it's probably not worth it for the Cleveland Browns. However, whoever Deshaun Watson agent is, he needs to be studied and celebrated. Period. That's who Shador need. He need Deshaun Watson agent. Deshaun, what's his name? Deshaun Watson. He need Deshaun Watson's agent. I don't give a damn. Shador gonna get paid. But I'm telling you, after that live chat, I knew that they weren't gonna win another game. After that live chat, they didn't win another game. Ever. Because they were all looking around like he was like they weren't really talking. They were doing head gestures. And I know they probably like, man, he don't know what he told. Yes, y'all was. But I can't find the video. You said, are you saying that he has elite work ethic? I'm saying that he is elite, yes. We can agree to disagree. You just listen to the other people. He was the premier wide receiver there. They just couldn't get him the damn ball. Every time they got him the ball, he scored a touchdown because Coach Prime went up to him during the game and said, I don't know how you be doing this, son, but you be doing it. Yes, he's elite. Yes, he is. If the other person knows so much, he need to be the number one coach in college football. If that's who you listening to, go listen to him. Okay, I'm not putting these kids down. I'm never going to put these kids down. Never. Never. I want them to get all their money, as much money as they can get. Okay? Off these PWIs. I hope they get all the money. You said he is an anomaly. Listen, it's his agent. His agent needs to be studied. Right, you are worth whatever you can negotiate, Nate. You are worth whatever you can negotiate. That's the difference between broke thinking and wealth. Yeah, you are you worth whatever you can negotiate. I don't give a damn. I want them to get all the money. Period. You said, Max, once I saw Travis, Shiloh, Jimmy Horn, and Shador play the energy, I thought those guys would give the same. You got to go find it. It's hard. You never know. You never know what you're gonna get sometime, and then sometime you might talk to a player the wrong way, and they might check out. I don't know what happened, but I'm gonna tell you something. When they all got on that live chat, I knew that they checked out. They didn't win another game after that. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. I'm not. It's gonna be hard for me to find it, but you had to have seen it. You had to have seen. I can't remember what game it was. I think it was the game. It was the was it the game where they got no, it was the game right after the game they got belt the ass put to them when they was down 40 points. It might have been after that game they had went live with each other. Might have been after that. And in order for you to get beat that bad, you gave up. Some people gave up. You said it happened when they put in K Salter after he had been taken out. You said he is not a kid. He is being. That's just how I talk. Now you even breaking it down to how I talk. That's just how we talk around here. I'm from New Jersey, in the tri-state. That's how we talk. That's all it is. I know he's not a kid. He's old enough to be my kid, though. He is. So he's a kid to me. But yeah, I know he's not a kid. That's just how I talk. That's all. That's just how I talk. When I say, yo, that kid right there, that's just how I talk. I know he's not a kid. I thought what people would understand that. Oh my God. And he is elite, sir. We can agree to disagree. And his work ethic ain't got nothing to do with it. He checked out. That's all I'm telling you. I saw that live chat and how they were looking at each other. I said something not right. Something happened in that locker room. I called it the first year. I said the locker room wasn't right. And I said Tank stopped blocking. He stopped blocking because something happened. And people say, Max, and it wasn't that he stopped blocking, it's just that he's garbage. I said he's not garbage. He's an NFL tackle. They said, no, he's not. Well, he's in the NFL now. He's in the NFL now. Okay? He's in the NFL. I said, with somebody that size, all he has to do is just keep his man in front of him. He going to the NFL. And what happened? Right after he left Colorado, he had a really good year because he stopped blocking. Something is not right in that locker room. I'm telling you that. I know. I've been in locker rooms before. Something's not right. Something's not right. You said you remember the live. Thank you. They don't remember it. The energy was off, and they was kind of smirking with each other. I knew they were going at that point. They weren't going to win another game. At that, they weren't going to win another game. They weren't going to win another game. So I don't know, bro. I don't know what. See, we not there. I don't know exactly what happened on what pissed somebody off because obviously I don't know if Tafiq was playing, but he did tell Darius to get the camera out his fucking face. Now I don't. He didn't look like he was joking. I looked at it again. He didn't look like he was joking, but he might have been joking because he didn't play the whole video, so he could have been joking. And obviously, there's no love lost because Bucky is liking when he announced that he was leaving. Bucky liked the post. There's no love lost there. It could be money. It could be anything. Some players feel like they might be slighted. It's a mess when anytime because this is really the wild wild west when it comes to the money. There's no salary cap. There's never going to be a salary cap because there wasn't no salary cap back in the 80s and 90s because there was NIL back then, but they did it on the back end, meaning that they can't they snuck you the money. You said the players just want to win. They want to practice like Bama and Ohio State. You said not practice like community college, dude. Bama and yo, you ever see their practices? You ever see LSU practice? It's brutal, brutal. It's like blood sport. Like their practices is brutal. But like I said, man, I'm not trying to knock the program, but shit, I'm being realistic here, yo. I'm being realistic. I don't know. I don't know if they. I don't know if this thing going. I don't think this. I don't know if this thing going to come to pass, bro. I'm just telling y'all that. I don't know. I'm mad skeptical now. I don't know, bro. Yeah. So I don't know, man. We're gonna have to see, man. We're gonna have to see. You said hard practices make dudes quit every day. I don't know, man. The shit. Not at not at them other schools. It's a competition. I just don't know what it is. I think you just got to. I don't know. They got to maybe they might win in the transfer portal. We'll see. You said the new offensive coordinator will help transform things. No, they in the Big 12, sir. I don't know. You have to you got to build this thing from the ground up, and it takes a few years. I'm not sold on it. I'm not sold that he's the savior here. I'm not sold on it. I'm not sold on it. Okay, so he could transform things, but what about the defense? They the one gave up all that run. What about the defense though? You said Seaton can't improve unless he going against elite talent every day. You talking about in practice? He's gonna be okay regardless. Um, you said I think it's the standard thing. Um, we just gonna have to see. And I don't know, man. It's like and some of the players, this one player, he was playing hard, man. He did not give up. And then they just kind of like he kind of got clowned in the press conference. It's something wrong there in the team, bro. It is. It's something internal. And I don't think it's gonna be corrected. I think it's gonna be like this next season. Because you got people there, they can't, it's not gonna be, I don't think so. Let me ask you this. Did the offensive coordinator bring his people in? Yes or no? Did anybody know? Did he bring his offensive line coach? Did he bring his running back coach with him? That's my question to you. Did he? Anybody know? Did he bring his wide receiver coach? Did he bring his guys with him? Anybody know? Because I don't know. What's up, Ant? Did he bring his people with him? That's my question to y'all. Or did he come alone? No, they're not coming. Yeah, it's not. It's not gonna work. Nope. You said see and leave, hope Yo-Yo stay. He's a future NFL. He is a future NFL player. I agree. He's fast too to be his size. He's really fast. He moves really well on the block. He moves very well. Um, I'm not really worried about the offense, to be honest with you. It's the defense. Who's gone from the coaching staff? I don't know. I'm not sure. I know Marshall Falk. He got a head coaching gig. Yeah, no one knows the answer. Yeah, but see, Carlton, sometime you never know you never know what kind of player you're gonna get until they get there. You're gonna have some players there that no matter what, they don't care if they third on the depth chart, they're gonna work hard every day. You don't know until you get there. until the players get there and what they are and what headspace they're in. You know, yeah, he went to Southern. That's a very elite job for a second year coach. They really wanted Marshall Falk there. Marshall Falk must have connections out there because that I was surprised he got that one. That's for HBCU. That's a prestigious situation right there, Southern. They overlooked a lot of coaches to get him. So shout out to Marshall Falk. Shout out to Deshaun Jackson. He doing really well, man. Deshaun is really doing well. Shout out to him. Deshaun, if he keep doing well like that, he's gonna be a very sought after coach, guys. Oh, he's from Louisiana. Okay, he got ties there. Thank you for telling me that. I forget where Marshall Falk was from. But yeah, they really wanted Marshall Falk there. And I'm gonna tell you guys something. Deshaun Jackson, he's gonna be the most sought after coach in the next couple years. If he keep winning like that, yeah, he is. Okay, he's from Louisiana. Yeah, that was you said Falk should bring in Staub. I don't think Staub hitting the transfer portal. I think he liked it at Colorado. You know, everybody not there for the NFL. He there for the experience. Yeah, he's the new head coach at Southern. I think he's going to be okay because I like what he did with the running backs this year. Well, in conjunction with that offensive line, they had a good offensive line this year. He was the runner up for the Sacramento State job. I think if Deshaun, as the years go on, he's going to get a major job though. Something major going to come his way. He really know the X's and O's. I hear him talk. Mike Vick knows the X's and O's too, but he just got to get his team together. He got rid of all his coaches. He weren't playing. But the hate for Coach Prime though is unreal. The hate is unreal, dog. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know. I don't know why, man. It's just. But I tell you guys one thing though. If he decides that he's not, he don't want to stay at Colorado, they back in the sewer pits. I'm sorry. They gonna be just like the coal industry in West Virginia. That shit tanked. I'm telling you, that whole industry tanked because of those tariffs. I'm just letting y'all know right now. It'll be just like that. They'll be back into purgatory. They not gonna win. It depends. Maybe that coach might take over. He might turn it around and have them winning, but I don't think so. The draw was Coach Prime. He was the draw. But a lot of people seem to think that the draw is coming to an end. Like the thrill is gone. I think with Coach Prime, um, like when his last press conference, the one I watched, when he kind of laughed when they were talking about that kid, the linebacker, he kind of laughed like the kid is garbage. I don't know if he meant that, but that's how it came off. And the kid was working hard. And then he was like, "Huh, do you watch film?" Or whatever the case. He kind of like brushed it off like the kid is garbage. That stuff will rub the people the wrong way. Now, I don't know what he meant by that. But maybe you guys know what he meant by that. Like Was the kid garbage? I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen him play all year. But when you have a kid giving effort like that and want to be there, those are the people that you put on the field. Those are the people you put on the field, whether you win or lose or not. So I don't know. That'll rub people the wrong way. I can tell you right now, his Louis speech rubbed people the wrong way. It did. It rubbed people the wrong way. And I said it, even in the first, I said he did a little too much there, probably did a little too much. He did a little too much. But I get it though. I get those type of personalities. You know what I'm saying? But when you talk like that, you gotta be winning bowl games every year. When you talk like that. Like when you bring it like that and you talk like that, people you got the only thing that will ease people is you start winning. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, the thrill is winning. Winning cures everything. You said until Travis Shador left, he needs committed star players to build around. That now that's where see if they can get him in the portal. They may have found some in high school already. We don't know yet. I like I said, I like Draylon Miller. And don't let me find out he hitting the portal. Then I'm just gonna throw my pen up. I'm just gonna say it, guys. They done. You know what I'm saying? I'm done. They're done. You know what I'm saying? That's it. But I don't suspect he's leaving, but I don't know. You said he just hired Curtis Johnson and Todd Light to his staff. You said his Louis graduated, but the thing is, nobody cares about the long as you winning though. As long as you winning. When you have a season when you only won 3 games, then people they'll start really criticizing you, and then the press conference is going to come off a different way. So he might rub people the wrong way, um, but he needs some stars though. He needs somebody to come in. I'm not saying you're gonna find another Travis, but you need somebody to come in and be a difference maker. You need some difference makers on offense and defense. I would have liked for them to keep Tafiq, but maybe he got money elsewhere. I don't know. You think Traylon Miller was after they shifting the running back? I don't know. I hope he stays. If he get in that portal, he'll be picked up fast. Let me tell y'all something. If he hit that portal, he'll be picked up on January 2nd. As soon as the end of business day on January 2nd, you'll see a team next to his name. He's not staying in that portal. There's certain people that's not going to stay in that portal. Tafiq not staying in that portal. Um, I know a lot of people really don't like Omarion, but he's not staying in that portal either. He's not getting stuck in the portal. Oh, recruit out west. Um, you mean recruit in Colorado too? You need some homegrown kids on that offensive line. You need somebody that want to be there on that offensive line. Like if they could keep some people in state, um, that'll be helpful. Like you said, if they go out west, they hit some of the Pacific Islanders up. You feel me? Um, I don't know. It just depends. It's their recruiting. I don't know what their game plan is. Yeah, some people gonna get scooped up quick. Omarion gets, regardless if people say he can't block or not, he getting scooped up pretty quickly. Draylon would too. See, and he'll be gone so damn fast, he'll get kidnapped. If he get in that portal, I promise you, the damn he will somebody will try to kidnap him if he get in that portal. Yeah, he get in that portal, it'd be a problem. You think we need a new defensive coordinator? I think Seton, though, if he was to get in the portal, he'll be a while because it'll be so many teams coming after him. He'll have to make a decision. Like, where does he go? Let me be clear, man. I don't want him to hit the portal. I would like it to see him stay there. You know what I mean? It's just like some people that's commentating on this, they like the fact that these people hitting the portal. They happy and shit. You can see, that the excitement in their face. Yo, this hating is at a new level, yo. I'm sorry. They don't like Coach Prime, dog. They don't. Coach, what did you do to these people, man? I don't know what he did to them. They were happy yesterday. You know what's his name about to go live at 3:00. He gonna have man. Listen, he gonna have more. This live chat for 060 today is gonna be the most watch. Watch. But anyway, I don't want to. I don't want to stick on the negativity. I don't. You said teamed up with Colorado alum. No, they talking pure. Boy, they going at it. And you know, I watch them still. I don't hate the podcast. Just to be clear, I don't hate them. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate them. I be sitting there watching. I be listening. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them speaking their mind. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you said it's no fun being a car crash. I know, but it's the way they doing it. They like, man. He said, first of all, look, I can, I can mimic anybody because they mimic me on the low sometimes. But I'm really good at it. I can study you and get your voice down pat. One of them was like, I just want to be clear. I just want to be clear. Um, they reached out to me. Okay, I had no desire to coach there. Okay, I had no desire to coach. Yo, I'm a crazy old man, yo. I'm crazy. I had no desire to coach there. I said, Lord, I'm sitting there listening. I'm sitting there eating my dinner, listening to him. I'm cracking up. And he called him, dude, he called Robert Griffin III. He called him RC3. I know what he meant by that. He called him RC3. I'm not doing him dirty. I'm not doing him dirty. I like him. I'm not doing T Cal dirty. I like T Cal. I do. He know his football. He do. He do know his football. You gotta give him that shit. He know his football. I'll be listening. I be, picking up some shit here and there. Like, let me listen to the kid, man. He can break some shit down. Look, you may not know this. I might be a Patreon member. Y'all don't know. Because I know a lot, so I must be something. I might be his Patreon, man. You don't know. Because he be giving some good shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I be trying to bet on the games here. And he's like, yeah, I think you should, go here, there. I be listening on the low. I'm not hating on him. But we got to have a little fun. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like talking about Colorado shouldn't be that serious. We should have some fun talking about football. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, man, they probably will get some players, see what they do next year. You should invite 0-60. Yo, even 0-6. He got at me one day. Yeah. He got at me one day. But see, I like that. I like that. They funny. I like them. And Matt gonna go crazy today. I knew it. That's what happens when you get a bunch of mercenaries. He said, that's what happens when you get a bunch of mercenaries on this team. Bro, I don't know what's wrong with them, yo. But T. Cal said, I didn't have no desire to coach there. He said, let me just say this. Let me just act like I don't know what's going on. I said, oh shit. He said, I don't know if such and such is leaving. Listen, T. Cal must know something because he's predicting the shit. So he knows something. He knows something. But he might as well just come out and say it. T. Cal, who else is leaving, man? Who else is leaving, bro? But yo, those are my guys, though, man. I sit there and watch them. And I saw that he was about to go live. I said, I got to tune into this one. And then his boy ain't no better. CT, he ain't no better, yo. He ain't no better. And they be sitting there throwing a little shade. They do. He said, somebody said, well, T. Cal, who do you, for the roster they got left, who would you kick off the team? Let's be clear. Are you talking about coaches or players? He said, are you talking about coach? He said, well, we can start with the coaches. Yo, hey, man, you got to have fun with it. You got to have fun with it, man. You got to have fun with it. But he do know. He's not lying when he got some insight on the team. He's not lying. Because I sat and listened. I said, man, I don't think he know what he's talking about, right? Mac, some people in the comments don't get your humor. I know they don't. I don't care. But I'm not dissing nobody. I'm being funny. I gotta have fun with this. I'm sorry. Why do people take stuff so seriously? We don't even know if this 3-eye atlas thing that's coming is friendly or not tomorrow. We don't know. It's within a few hours from making its closest approach to Earth. We don't know what that thing is, but I guarantee you it ain't no damn comet. I'm just letting y'all know that. So we need to sit up there and have some fun. Because we don't know what's going on up there in the cosmos. Something is going on. Okay? So I'd like to have some fun. Yeah, I know players be reaching out to him. He's not lying about that because he's blurting out some stuff that come to pass. That's what he's doing. And I've been paying attention. You said, I don't think YouTubers should be in players' ears. But here's the thing. When he say that players reach out to him to get help with the playbook, there's nothing wrong with that. Because obviously he know what he's talking about. That's obvious. He be breaking shit down. I'm sitting there watching him and it come to pass in the games. I'm watching. I'm like, damn, bro. Why don't you go out there and coach? You know what I'm saying? But he don't want to coach. He like doing what he doing here. But like I said, yo, like I like to have fun with this. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? But he raw with his shit, man. He like, they need to get rid of these coaches. And Matt gonna blow a gasket today. Just wait and see. But he did say he met with the offensive coordinator yesterday. So I think Matt is gonna help out as far as with recruiting because he need to. I'm like, damn, he keep talking, Matt. Why don't you help? Why don't you bring some of your players? If you know if you can help, help. But being that the new offensive coordinator met with Matt yesterday, maybe that'll be good to get some players within the state. I don't know. Because he do got clout in that state. He do. Yeah, Matt, let me tell y'all something. If they don't learn that fight song next year, he gonna blow a gasket. Yo, Matt, you about to watch him at 3 o'clock? You better get ready because he about to blow a gasket. He about to. He said, "Damn it, that's what we get. We get these bunch of mercenaries in here." Um, First he start out calm. He just laughing, and then his homeboy over there, is egging him on. That's the one you watch out for. His homeboy over there, Matt. But what's going on with this, Matt? Look, dude. I don't know, dude. Um, he needs a bunch of dogs in there, dude. You know how Matt is. He got a bunch of mercenaries in there, dude. Jaheim oldest dude. Oh my god, bro. They paid the dude $800,000, dude. Yo, they paid him that much. Hey, man, I am not knocking. That's a plus. That's not a minus. If they gave that dude that much, that is good. That's good right there. Well, then if he think he running shit, he needs to come up there and help. He needs to come up there and help, man. Why don't he come up there and speak to the team? Yo, you know what I'm saying? Come give a speech or something, Matt. Damn. He just on the sidelines with it. You know what I mean? T. Cal said, I don't want no parts of that. I don't know. He said, Coach Prime. And look, this is what he said. I almost hit the floor when he said this. He said, Coach Prime, he's sensitive. They said, really? His boy, CT, really? Oh, yeah, he's sensitive. Oh, yes, he's sensitive. I said, no, TK, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, my God. These people crazy. That's all I can tell you. They be sitting there having me rolling. He don't call the man sensitive. And then T. Cal said yesterday, he said when I contact these coaches, I just send them an email. He said, I'm so disrespectful with it. If you need my services, if you want to stay there and win and keep your job. And then hit send. I'm like, no, he didn't say it like that. I don't know. What is he trying to be, a consultant? What is it he trying to do? Help him with the game plan or something? Like a strategist? He could be a strategist. You said Matt want money. He can get some money. He played with the Jets. I remember when he played. He played when Shaw Ferguson and them was there. You said Colorado got money paying coach. No, but do they got money for the players? That's what they're saying. They got money up there. You said the money is in the red. There's a few other colleges that they're in the red right now. It's not the same. I don't know. That's where they gotta start at. They gotta have a little bit of money. That's all I know. You saw all those almonds and KFC commercials. We should have money. Well, how did they buy that new scoreboard then? If they ain't got no money. The basketball team is doing good. You can't tell me the university ain't got no money, man. But that's what they reported though. You said $27 million deficit. Damn. I mean, I think they need to have some of the former players come up there, like some of the legacy players. I don't know why. I mean, Matt has been up there. I mean, he has. Um, you said we had one of the richest men in the world as our benefactor. Michigan will be just fine. We put 10 million into plastic forks, and that's peanuts. You talking about who's back in Michigan again? I can't remember. They do got a whale up there. You said Chidozie. We need to start a Colorado podcast collective. All right, we'll set it up. Seeking wisdom. Set it up and let me know. And all right, as a matter of fact, okay, since you said that, what's the name of your show, real quick? Can you tell us? Tell us the name of your show first, and then we go from there. Then you start it up, and then we'll come over there. Oh, Larry Ellison. Damn, I didn't know that. The Oracle guy. Okay. Yeah, I know Michigan got money over there. Like, damn, Larry Ellison. Okay. Yeah, they're doing what they can with the budget they have. Like I said, Jen, I'm being a realist. You Jen, right? I know you don't change your name. You Jen, right? I'm being realistic. You said DeBrickashaw Burgess was a beast at Virginia. Yeah. He played his whole career with the New York Jets. You said Colorado already has the money for the deficit and more. I heard they got money up there. Matt said that. Matt said they got money. T. Cal said they got money. I'm just being realistic here. Like, this is a rebuilding situation. You said Matt too happy with his pick with Marion. You said that money went to Chef. Erica, you funny. What you mean the money went to the chef? Y'all funny, bro. They do be eating good up there. I ain't gonna lie to you. You said your comment was regarding Michigan. Okay, that's not okay. The Michigan, okay. Um, hey man, like I don't know. Like I just think that they gotta rebuild, man. It takes a while, man. I mean they like I said, they got some pieces to the puzzle there now. I would love for them to keep Tafik, but maybe they can get him out the portal. You ever thought about that? It ain't set in stone until he actually announced that he going to another team. Maybe they can rock him out the portal, get him out that portal. How can we get you out the portal? You know that's happened. You remember when Brown went into the portal? They got him out. Maybe they can get Taufik out that portal and come on back. We got a little bit of something to grease your pockets over here with, son. Come on out that portal. I don't know. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Um, I don't have no backstories on the team, so I don't know. But they do though. I be listening to them. They sitting up here saying they got to replace 60 people. I'm like, damn, that's a lot. You said 5-7 good year. No, that's below 500. That's not good. Yeah, they don't have it like people think they do, Jen. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was joking. I wasn't joking when let me stop. I wasn't joking when I said coach need to go on and go to Michigan, man. He need to pack up his Louis luggage and go right on over to Michigan. Okay? Because now he ain't got to worry about nothing. He can go out and spend a little bit of cash. You say he needs to retire. Why you say he need to, why people keep saying that? He need to retire. Man, how old is the Raiders coach, man? The Raiders coach is in his 70s. Coach Saban retired in his 70s. You say you work for Marriott International Headquarters. That's how I know. And I work in the revenue management division. Wait, you said how you know what? What does the Marriott International got to do with it? You said for a yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. For a rebuild, yeah, that's decent, 5-7. Yeah, Pete Carroll in the 70s. You said Colorado defensive coordinator is getting paid 1.7 million. That's not enough for Michigan defensive coordinator. How much the Michigan defensive coordinator getting paid? What's wrong with our defensive coordinator now? I mean, he was getting rave reviews when he got there. Like, what changed? Remember when people saying, "Oh, he gonna be good," you know what I'm saying, this and that. And look, didn't he coach the Heisman Trophy winner? Come on, y'all ain't forget, did you? He coached a Heisman Trophy winner. You gotta have the personnel on the field. He needs some more people like Tafiq on that defense, and he'll be straight. Yeah, they forgot, Jen. Thank you, Jen. I thought I was tripping. And you remember what I said? I don't know if you remember. I say, man, I don't know about him, man. And people saying, "Oh, you hating this and that. What are you talking about, man? What are you talking?" Oh. No, you have to. Okay, he was with the Bengals. Okay, you got to prove yourself here, though. Okay, yeah, he had dogs, right? So what my point is, thank you for saying that. He's only as good as his personnel. If you ain't got a bunch of people that want it like Tafiq on the team, you in trouble. Yeah, I remember the positionless defense. I know defensive line needs reach. That's what I said. We need a bunch of people like the mentality like Tafiq. You said he has film. He hasn't adjusted. They're gonna get a lot of JUCO play. Hey, the JUCO players are good. You can find some gems in the JUCO level because you know with JUCO, somebody was telling me, and it makes sense. Sometimes people go to JUCO because they came from a small high school, but that doesn't mean that they're not good. And then some people, they need to go there to get their grades up, or they didn't have time to go to camps and stuff. They got to go learn. That's why they go to the JUCO level. You could get some gems out of there. You said I want Prime in 12 in AT&T Stadium. You talking about Dallas? What's AT&T Stadium? That's Dallas, right? No, y'all got Dak. Y'all get Dak Prescott did good this year. But hey, he might. Shit. How about the Browns? What if Coach come up there? That'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. That'd be insane. But I doubt it. He said he don't want to go to the NFL. He said it. He was adamant about it. You said that CSU linebacker, a dog, they should spend whatever to get him. Well, you know who with you know who with CSU now, right? Colorado State University. What's his name? Mora, Jim Mora Jr. You said it might be Jerry's will. You said you heard Seaton is asking for $8 million a year. Woo, Lord. I heard that too, and I heard that from T Cow's chat, and they be knowing. See, they be knowing, especially Matt and them. They be knowing the money when it comes to the money. I heard that float around in their chat last night. That he's asking for $8 million. What do you guys think? Would you pay him $8 million, or would you take that $8 million? Look, would you pay him $8 million, or will you take that $8 million and go buy an offensive line? I know. Why not 10 million? Shit. If it's 8 million, right. That's what I'm talking about, Erica. Me and you together. Why not 10 million? Why 8 million? Why can't you add an extra 2 to it for taxes? Because he gotta pay taxes on it. Shit. Give me 10 million a year. That's not gonna happen. You say give him the money. Let me think about this. I think what I would do is I don't know. I don't know about 8 million. I don't know about that. I don't know if that number is accurate. You said that's how you know Colorado don't got it like that. Let me see. Big bank schools be like, would you like that 8 million in 20s or 10s? You mean Lane Kiffin? Lane Kiffin said, okay, son, check this out, right? The bank opened at 8. So we need to head on to the bank so we could transfer. Why do this wire transfer? You said too many holes to give him 8 million. Now here's the thing: if he did get 8 million, the rest of the team can't know that. You'll kill your locker room. You'll kill it. You'll kill it. You said you will give him 5 million. How much is he getting now? Do y'all know? Because I don't know. Let me look at this. Let's do some research real quick. Top paid offensive lineman in Power 5 football. No, I gotta be more specific. Okay, as it stands right now, he's one of the top paid offensive linemen already. Okay. So here's the top paid people in college football right now. Number 1, Arch Manning. Number 2, Jeremiah Smith. He from Ohio State. Carson Beck from Miami. Bryce Underwood from Michigan. Fernando Mendoza, Indiana. Just won the Heisman Trophy. Lenore Sellers. The Gamecocks, South Carolina. Dylan Raiola, Nebraska. He's in the transfer portal. You got Julian Sand, Ohio State quarterback. He was up for the Heisman. Diego Pavia, Vanderbilt. He was up for the Heisman. Brendan Sorsby, Cincinnati. You got Caleb Downs, Ohio State. You got Ty Simpson, the quarterback from Alabama. Dante Moore, Oregon. Hold up, where is I know what he's thinking. Hold on. He's not even in the top 20. Hold on, let me see. As far there he is. He's number 26, Jordan Seaton, at 1.7 million. So I guess he he want to at least crack that top 10. If he cracked the top 10, even though these people gonna get more money next year. The top dog in college right now is Arch Manning at 5.3 million. And this is just NIL valuations. That's just NIL. I think they're gonna have to. I don't know how much money they have in the pot. Let's say, for example, they got 27 million, right? They got 27 million in the pot. I think that's enough to build a team right there. 27 million, and then have some left over. You know what I'm saying? Um, I read somewhere where they said they need 20 something like 20 some million. No, Seaton didn't jump unless he just jumped in the portal. No, he didn't jump in the portal. Unless he just jumped in as I'm talking. I don't think so. Let me see. No. No. We were just talking about money. There's a rumor that he's asking for a lot of money. So I don't know. You said Seaton was that guy, not joking when I said he probably had about 50 plus offers coming out of high school. Every top school offered him. Yeah. He still is that guy. Yeah, the portal isn't open yet, but people are putting their names out there. You said they don't need 20 million. Well, they need something to buy a roster. You got to buy a roster. Like some of the people coming in that portal, they want money. So you got to have something available. Yeah, I know they shooting at Seton right now. All the teams are. You said you'll put on some pads. I know, right? I played in the wrong era. Yeah, they got a lot of recruiting to do. You said Seton worked on his body this year. Yeah, he did it last off season. He worked on his body. That's one thing I could say. He put in a lot of work. They gotta pay though to get a roster. Like for example, somebody like Tafiq. Like, why is he leaving? Is he leaving for more money? Like, why is he leaving? And don't they got money to pay? Like, look, like how much? What you talking about? Why are you leaving? How much can we do to satisfy this situation? Okay, they offering you 700,000. We'll match that. How about that? If you stay, we'll match that. Who was on that call? Seaton, Omarion, a few others. He said Indiana is a perfect example of buying a roster. Did you hear about the running back from Sacramento State coming with Marion? No, I didn't hear about it. We don't need no running backs. See, that's the problem. We got running backs there now that they're not using. We don't need that. We don't need a running back. We got number 7 that can't transfer in for Ohio State. What we need another running back for? We got running backs there. You need a defensive line and linebackers. You see what I'm saying? Now you're gonna bring another running back. Now the other running back's gonna feel slighted, and then you're gonna mess up the locker room again. No, you don't need that. You need a defensive line and linebackers, and beef up the offensive line. That's what you need. And now, obviously, bringing some receive. They do need to bring some receivers in, or put Draylon back at receiver. Yeah, they got Michael Welch there. They got Michael Welch. They got Dallin Hayden. You said Colorado would be the 7-on-7 football champions. That's another thing. What's the name? He got real disrespectful in this chat. He said, "What? I ain't even gonna say it. It don't matter. People got their opinions. It was hilarious though. I don't like it. Just the way he said it. You said I just brought up because Marion was bringing in talent. Yeah, but we got Dallin Hayden that they barely gave the ball to. When they did, he did good. They got to get him the ball more. Okay, Draylon Miller, Michael Welch. They don't need no running backs. You said he had trouble adjusting to the ball. I don't know. They need some receivers. They need everything, to be honest with you. They need the defensive line, offensive line, to bring in more people. Apparently the secondary now. Um, Linebackers. See, that's the problem. I don't know how Hill Green left. I don't know how that happened. I don't know how Tafik is hitting that transfer portal. I'm like, look, son, how can we get you out this portal? What you need? What you looking at? What they paying you? They paying you $1 million. We got $1 million for you right here. How about that? January 2nd, the portal opens up. You said need more DBs. Yeah, they need to retool on the defense. You said Seaton leaving better than he came. He said don't blame him. Seaton leave. Juju might leave. At that point, then it's just a whole roster turn. They might as well just start a whole new roster then, if that's the case. You see, we need to spend 80% of our time recruiting our own players. He talking about in-state, right? You said maybe we can look forward to Jim Moore in CSU. He's a big name up there too. He's already on the ground pounding. They need to pay 77. Pay him that 8 million, Peter. Peter, you stuck, man. Come on, man. Is this the same Peter from before? Because you call yourself Peter Investor. Were you the Peter from before? I'm not sure if you are. If you like the Peter from back in the day. You said, like you said, coach. See, coach, if he go to Michigan, he ain't got to worry about no money. He ain't got to worry about no dogs. He ain't got to worry about no money. Everything will be straight. It'll be a lot of pressure on him though, because if he start losing, they gonna give him the business. But he ain't got to worry about no players though. You said they ain't gonna pay 8 million for Seaton. No way. Peter said they need to pay the man. Hey, I'm not mad at him. He get 8 million. I ain't mad at him. Shit, if he get 8 million, he might as well stay to his senior year. If they could give me 8 million a year, I'd be a grad student playing there. You kidding me? I'm not going to the NFL right away. I'll be a grad student playing there. 8 million a year. You see what I'm saying? Even 5 million a year. I'll be right there. Guys, I want to work on my game. I'm gonna enter in my grad year. I'm gonna be a grad student here. I gotta work on my game. My game is not there yet. You said 8 million in 2 years. That's doable. That's 4 million a year. I could do, yeah, that's about right. Unless he want 8 million this year, Peter. I know he hear this. He's sitting back laughing. He said, "Man, how they know what I'm asking for?" I don't know, Jordan. If you ever listening, I don't know. I know they throwing it out there. Shit, I might as well stay live until 060 to come on. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get off when he get on. And look, this is what I want us to do, right? Let's go over there and invade his chat, yo. All right, there we go. I didn't even realize my mic went out. Dang. Yo, my mic went out, bro. I'm sitting up there talking to Peter. Here's what I said. It didn't go out that long. Look, check this out. What can we do to get Tyreek out that transfer portal, man? Like, for real, let's talk business now. You remember how they got Jeremiah Brown out the portal? How can we get Tyreek out this portal, man? What we got to do to get Tyreek out this portal? Peter, what we got to do, man, to get Tyreek out this portal, man, and stop playing? Like, Tyreek, you're not going nowhere. How can we get him out this portal? Nah, we need to do a little bit more than talking. How can we get him out this portal, man? You said that's your cousin? Who's your cousin? You said glove game champ. Who's your cousin? Real quick. That's what I'm talking about, Peter. Grease his pockets. Grease the bag. You know? A bag makes everybody happy. You see what I'm saying? Like, it turns people around. Like, yeah. I'm like, man, I could talk for that team if they need. Oh, Byard is your cousin? Okay, Glove, how can we keep Tyreek here, man? Stop playing with me, man. How can we get him out this portal, man? How can we get Tyreek out this portal, man? How can we change his mind, get him out this portal? Not us, but how can Colorado change his mind and get him out this portal? Because this is ridiculous. He played with one hand and caught an interception. That man's a dog. How can we get him out this portal, man? Stop playing with me. I tell you how I get him out the portal, but it ain't up to me. I tell you how I get him out. I'll tell you how I get him out. Is he still on campus? Oh, yes. I get him out this portal. Oh, yes. I'd be like this at his apartment. He like, damn, who the hell is that? 8 o'clock in the morning. Tyreek, let me in, man. Tyreek, let me in, man. He could be like, yo, what's up, coach? What's this I hear you going in the portal? Like, let's talk man to man right now. What's up with this? What I do to you? What's up with this portal business, man? Okay? What's up with this portal thing, man? You need a Maybach too, man? How can we help you get that Maybach, man? What do we have to do to grease your pockets? I'm greasing your pockets because you're not leaving here. You said Matt been saying it. We need to do whatever we need to keep. I already told you what I'll do. Tyreek like, damn, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. Who the hell is that knocking at my door? Tyreek, you're not leaving here, bro. You're not leaving here. Okay? How much did they offer you? And stop playing. Let's talk me man to man. How much did they offer you? How much they offer? Because I'm getting ready to crash out. Because I'm going to go putt. They sitting up here tampering. How much did they offer you? And I'm going to match it. And I'm going to give you more. Period. We need you here. Sometimes you got to tell a young man that. We need you here. We need you. You know what I'm saying? We can't do this without you. We need you. We want you to go to the NFL from here, not there. I want to be personally there when you go through your pro day. I want to be, you know what I tell him? Tyreek, I want to be there when you shake Roger Goodell's hand. I'm going to be sitting with you at the table. That's how much you mean to us here. That's how much you mean to us. I want to be right there. You know how Coach Saban used to be at the table when his kids get drafted? I want to be right there when you get drafted. Okay? I want to you know you mean a lot. You're not leaving here. You mean that much to us. Okay, how much they offering you? They offer you 800,000. We'll give you 1.1. Well, matter of fact, we'll make it 2. We'll give you 2 million for this year. You're that important to us, guys. He's that important to them. I'm just telling you this. He's that important. They got to get him out this damn transfer portal. I'm sorry. Okay? They need to hire me too, because I'll sit there and talk to the players. Like, no, we need you here, bro. I'll be the general manager. Tafiq, we need you here. You are needed. Don't act. You are needed. We need you here. You one of the premier safeties in college football. As a matter of fact, Tafiq, you might even never heard this person. You ever heard the honey badger? You remind me of the honey badger. And that's saying a lot. You remind me of Tyrann Mathieu. And matter of fact, y'all the same height. Y'all look alike. You remind me of the honey badger. I'm not letting you leave here. Period. You mean that much. That's how I would keep him. That's how I would keep him. Because when I saw that video, I don't know if he was joking with Darius or not, but if he wasn't joking, that's telling the story. He said, I guess I'm showing my true colors. That means some coach said that to him. He said, well, I guess I'm showing my true colors. He's what he's doing is he's parroting what somebody told him. Bullshit. I said, listen here, brother. We need you here. I will, matter of fact, if I have to go get Tyrann Mathieu myself to be with you, I will have him do that in the off season. We can't let you leave here. I'm sorry. You mean that much. And you know what? That don't mean something if you go face to face and tell a young man that. That means a lot more. And then you know what else I would do? I will go to every high school that's worth something in Colorado. I say, y'all not going nowhere else. I'm tired of this. What y'all keep going to Tennessee and all these places for? We right here. What are y'all doing? Y'all act like we ain't got a bag up here. You see what I'm saying? Y'all sitting up here, all I keep hearing is Tennessee this, Tennessee that, Michigan this. Why don't y'all stay here? We popping over here. You know what I'm saying? You gotta like really talk to these young men. Yeah, I'm not trying to hear all that. You said these may sound crazy, but we need Shador and Travis to succeed. That's our only. They already succeeded. Yeah, they already succeeding. Let me tell you why. There's not many quarterback jobs available in the NFL. There's only like 30 to start, and he's one of them. So he did succeed already. Now, it might not be the ideal situation for him, but he already succeeded. Travis got hurt. Well, Matt need to talk to him. If Matt said that, he said that about Tafiq, he needs to talk to him. He needs to talk to him instead of getting on these podcasts and talking from the sideline. Maybe the university might need you to come talk to some of these young men. Like, bro, you getting hit in the transfer portal is not right and exact. We need you here. If it's money, let us know. You know what I'm saying? Because guys, he's one of those players. He'll be in the NFL one day, for sure. As long as he stay healthy, he'll make it to the NFL one day. And you know what? For him, I bet you he know how to break film down. I bet you he does. I bet you he know how to watch film. I bet you he does. Who else did I be eyeing on that team? Of course, Jordan Seaton. Who else do I need to stay there? Hold on. Draylon. He ain't going nowhere either. Cam McHale ain't going nowhere either. Cam Michael ain't going nowhere. Omarion will have to get out that portal. Stop playing with me. He'll have to get out that portal. We'll get you the ball. He didn't have much touches last year. He might have got an attitude about it. You got to talk to these players sometime to see where their head's at. And then you got to hit the high school ranks and get them high school players there. Because they already got a pipeline at IMG, so that's good. They already have that. How about some of these local players, though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Some of them have to come here. You said they're not going to draft their players. Taufik will get drafted wherever he stay. He's going to get drafted. Jordan Seaton is going to get drafted because he remind me of just because of his foot speed and stuff like that. And I think he emulates himself after what's his name from the 49ers. You said Ben gonna be our start. Stoutmeier's still there too. You're forgetting about him. He was injured. He's still there. You said, but we thought 12 was gonna be in the first round. Yeah, but we already knew something happened with that situation. Travis went in the first round. Travis, a number 2 overall pick. He didn't get hated on. It was something about with them they got hated on. Jimmy Horn didn't get hated on. LaJohntay Wester didn't get hated on. Will Shepard didn't get hated on. BJ Green didn't get hated on. Okay, it's something that happened with them. So that's what happened. It was something with that something what they hate on Shador, but Jimmy and them didn't get hated on. Now, like I said, I don't know what it is. I still can't figure that situation out. What happened with Shador? I can't. You said he was supposed to coach, but Matt didn't want full time, just part time. Yeah, because he coached the 0 to 60 academy. That's what I'm saying. Is he gonna give up his academy and then come be a coach? I wouldn't do that. I think he'll be nice to have a to be. He will be nice as far as a what do you call it? A consultant, somebody that you can contact so you can have that pipeline to his players. You know what I'm saying? And have him come up there and talk to the players, work out with the players, stuff like that on his time whenever he can, especially in the off season, or invite his players to the facilities. You see what I'm saying? You know how he has his own facilities. Well, invite his players to the facilities. Just to walk around, get acclimated. A lot of this stuff helps. But I need them. I need the players to stay. The recidivism rate is not good. They're leaving. You need them to have. You need to have them there. Keep them within the program. Now you do have this problem with other schools as well. They're going to lose some of their stars. Just like, for example, Dylan Raiola hit the portal. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting Dylan Raiola to leave Nebraska, but he probably is about to get paid somewhere else. He probably about to get a real serious bag. DJ Laggy, I'm not surprised with him. He didn't have such a good year at my Florida, right? Um, so yeah, it was a few surprises in the portal, but I'm thinking they trying to go get something like a bag or something. Let me see about Arizona State. So like Arizona State, their quarterback is in the transfer portal. He got 4 stars across the board. Um, they losing. Let me see. They got about Arizona State got four. They got about 5 people in the portal that said they going in the portal right now. So they losing. You know, it's just the nature of the portal. But it's money, man. Yeah, Dylan hit the portal. I saw that. Oh, Rayola's dad was fired the same week by Nebraska. Okay, so that's why he in the portal. Okay, his dad got fired. Yeah, he not staying there if he fired his dad. That's not happening. You said it's not all just money. It has to be with the culture and coaches. So you think that's an issue as well with the coaching up there? It's the he said, is it the conditioning? The coach? It's not the conditioning. They just not using them. I don't know why. Well, if it's still the coaching, that means they're going to lose next year then too. That's what you're saying. Let me ask you this. Let me ask a percentage. What percentage is it the coaching compared to the players? Is it 50-50, or is it 70% coaches, 30% players? Or 70% players? What's the percentage you think? What happened to Alton McCaskill? He went to what's the name of that school? Sam Houston. He's at Sam Houston. Yeah, he's playing at Sam Houston. Yeah. He's doing the Sam Houston thing. You see, we need Ray Lewis as a defensive quality control. You said we need a tackling coach. It's hilarious. Who was that balled out when they were all um Ron? It was Ron. Yep, Ron Coleman. Yep, Ron did, Erica. Remember Chidozie had talked about it when he addressed the team. He said, Ron, y'all letting Ron do this? He said, no disrespect to Ron, but yeah, it was Ron that was the one that did good. I was just looking at some of the portal, some of the people that announced that they're going in the portal. They got some good players, but I don't see these players staying long in the portal though. You said we need the powerlifting coaches to come up there. Do you think conditioning is a problem? I don't think the strength and conditioning is the issue though. You said if I was an agent, I'll get close to the bloggers to reach out to third party. Man, you don't really need that. Actually, the schools know how to do it. Um, they got people on the staff that know how to get to these kids. It's a way to do it. You get hit their inbox. Either hit their inbox. There's ways to do it. Because remember, when the kids were getting recruited out of high school, they still have relationships with other teams that were recruiting them. So that's how you do it. Like, for example, let's say Jordan Seaton. He was being recruited by a lot of players out of high school. Those recruiters still have his contact, and they can have somebody contact him. So that's not an issue getting in contact with these kids. These guys, excuse me. Yeah, Swayze is not the issue. He was at Miami for so long. Shit, he still have an NFL guy that worked with him in the off season. So yeah, he's not the issue. My whole thing is trying to build relationships and talk to these players. Well, that's what I think that's the job of the general man. That's the general manager. He got to keep that that conversation going with them, making sure that they're okay, where their head is at, making sure. Yeah, I know he coming in on 30 minutes. Yeah, 3 o'clock. It's gonna be he's gonna have a lot of people in his chat today. Pretty sure of it. We need people like him and a lot of other old players to be talking to these players as well. I don't even see a lot of these old players on the sidelines. Where are they at? We used to see Westbrook out there. Where is he? You know what I'm saying? That's important. I don't know. I don't know. What do I know? What do I know, bro? I don't know, bro. I don't know. How much cash on hand to see? I have no idea. I just know they need to keep Tafiq. Like, how can they get him out this portal? And it could be a money issue. It's probably it ain't nothing Prime could do. Like he, it's the budget. If a team is offering him a lot of money, there's nothing they could do if they can't match it. There's nothing they can do. What's up, CC? It ain't nothing they could do. What's up, the realist? What's going on with you? Realist, man. What do you think? Like, what can they do? Like, is it the money? What you think? You said it takes a while for the strength pro. Right. It takes a couple years. That's why I was telling people, like, you know how when you come out of high school, you got some people that's just like for example, I give you an example. The defensive guy that's getting all them sacks at in Cleveland. When he came out of high school, he pretty much looked like that. He was already like that. It's like genetics. Some people are already there, and some people it takes a couple years to get there. You know what I'm saying? Some people just it's not extreme. It's just it takes a while with the strength conditioning. It take a couple years. But I think Swayze's pretty good. You said Matt gonna let the T out. They don't like the fact Prime don't embrace the culture. Miles Garrett, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Eric Miles Garrett. But then you have some players that they just need a couple years to develop. Like when we was talking about Kermani, he just need a couple years, and then the maturity and stuff like that. Once he get that down and get his body right, he'll be straight. But he had the skills already. Sometimes it just take a little bit for them to mature and grow a little bit, like that. And then sometimes some people get homesick too. That happens too. But you said Coach JB said it's all about the billionaires and not even the collective. Indiana has Mark Cuban. Oh, I didn't know that. So Indiana is getting money from Mark Cuban. So let me see who could coach can go get. Let me see Jerry Jones. Who can he go get, man? I know he got some type of connection somewhere. Who he can go get? Yeah, I know they have to break bread. I know. That's it. Yeah, it's really that simple. You're right. I know I'm not far off. It is you got to break bread. Like that's how you get somebody like Tafiq out of the portal. Hey Tafiq, let me ask you a question. Look, I'm knocking on this door. Tafiq, how you doing? He's like, yeah, what's up, coach? How much they offering you, Tafiq? Because we breaking bread over here. He can be like, word? Yeah, we breaking bread over here, son. Because these players, everybody want to eat. Everybody want to drive something nice. You know what I'm saying? Have a little light, nice neck piece, nice little watch, some nice clothes, a little bit of car. You know what I'm saying? Get comfortable and still have some money left over. How can we make you comfortable, son? You said they need to pay all their tuition. Come on, Peter. No, 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 no. I mean, let me ask you this: are they getting that and tuition paid? I'm not sure. I'm assuming so. So they got to be on scholarship too, right? Hey, they just need to break bread. That's all it is. They just need to break bread, man. Okay, now all the players on full rods. Well, we about to see what Matt gonna say in a few minutes. I say we just go roll over there. Yeah, I would just say they gotta. I don't know. Maybe they having a money issue. I don't know. I don't know. You should have to replace them and move on. I know. Unfortunately, if they're not coming back, they got to move on. Got to replace them and move on. I just know my friend, when she took her son up to Miami, she saw the parking lot because one of the players had greeted him, like, showing him around the locker room and stuff like that. This is before a game, show, hey, this is our locker room, this is our facilities. This is where we eat at, stuff like that, really showing them around. Man, she said that parking lot looked like an NFL parking lot. And one of the players said to him, well, what kind of car you like? He said, I ride my skateboard. And the player just looked at him and laughed. He said, oh, you got your skateboard? He said, yeah, my electric skateboard. That's going to be my mode of transportation. And he just kind of laughed at him. But he said, man, it was so many like Hellcats and Mercedes, all types of stuff in that parking lot. All types of stuff. But he said they breaking bread up there, she said. He said CU wants good players is advertising and prime time ads. Where's the disconnect? Money. I think it got to come down to the budget, the money. Yo, Oregon. I'm gonna tell you, Texas A&M though. Go look at Texas A&M facilities. It's crazy. I think it's the biggest actually. You said Mr. Deion is the huge ad. Where's the problem? It could be the money. Remember, he said it. He said we know what we need, but we got to go spend it. We got to go buy it. But some people saying they got the money, so I don't know what it is. I don't know. There's some people saying they spending the money in the wrong places, but the thing is, you're really not gonna know what you get until they get there. You said they already prepping for Prime to be let go. You think so? I don't know, man. Um, I'm realistic about this situation. It needs a couple years to rebuild. You said breaking Quinn Ewers starting this week, Miami versus Bengals. He's at Miami, yeah, Quinn Ewers. Did CU get greedy like JSU? The money disappeared. I don't know. I don't have no. I mean, I read an article on it saying that they're in a deficit, but I don't know. You have to treat everybody with respect, from the lowest to the highest players. Yeah, I would think so. You said, was Brandon Davis Swain good? Yes, he is. They need to keep him. Yes. You said, didn't they announce not having enough money to pay Prime? They said they're in a deficit. Oh boy. You said Brandon Davis Swain hit the portal? Golly. Guys, this is self bro, don't tell me that. Let me look. He hit the portal as we were live. Oh my God, Carday Smith. Oh my God. I thought Carday Smith didn't have no more no, yeah, Carday Smith. He's a four, he got 4-star rating. Carday Smith is in the portal. So you said Brandon Davis Swain about to hit the portal? Yeah, this thing is self-destructing, guys. It's self-destructing. Yeah, and Carday Smith, I didn't expect because He's a good offensive lineman. He's hitting the portal, and he got a 4-star rating. Well, I don't really go by a lot of those ratings because Taufik Bayard should be a 5-star. He should have at least 4 or 5 stars. He got 3, so I don't agree with those ratings all the time. Damn, you said Brandon Davis Swain. I don't see. Are you? Oh man, let me see. Bro, I was just talking about him. Remember earlier I said, yo, Brandon Davis Swain. They got him from high school. Remember I was saying that, bruh. Hold on. Let me check. I was on 3. I don't see his name yet. But being that you said, I believe you. Let me just check 247 Sports. Damn, what's his name? Damn, Sorsby. He's still. Oh, let me see something. Big 12. Omarion Jaheim. Tafiq. I don't see him yet, but if you're saying his name, I get it. Yeah, I saw Carday Smith. I see him. You say got a new running back coach? You said, man, Matt gonna end the show early today. No, he not. He's probably getting news as we. He already said it though. Matt's not surprised because he already said it. He said they're gonna have to replace 60 people. He said that already. And see, the thing is, you said Merritt leaving for sure. Full rebuild. London Merritt, bro. Yeah, this a full rebuild, guys. They got to go for a full rebuild. That means more than likely Seaton leaving. Yeah, Brandon Davis Swain is pretty good though. He's pretty good. He's one of the future stars. He's pretty good. I mean, I don't know why all these players leaving. Are they being told to leave? Like, why are they leaving like this? I don't know, bro. But can he win in the transfer portal again? That's my question to you. Yeah, I just saw Carday Smith. Who else? Wait, let me check his social. Yep, it said it right here, guys. Yep, he is leaving. Damn, he gonna go to a big program. He damn sure is. Yep, and it's also been confirmed with Carday Smith. He's a true freshman offensive tackle. Yep, it's been confirmed. And this site I go on Instagram, they always break it before anybody else. It's Hayes Fawcett, and they always tag the player as well. Yep, and Brandon Davis Swain, he put it on his Instagram already that he's leaving. Wait, let me show y'all. Damn, bro. Yeah, bro. He's leaving, guys. Yeah, he sure is. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. see. There it is. He got it on his Instagram already. I gotta make sure. Am I following him? I gotta make sure I follow him and keep up with his career. Yep, he put it here already, guys. Breaking news. That's it. He leaving. Brandon Davis Swain. And he's one of the young. He's one of the young stars for the future. One of the young stars right there. Damn. Okay. And yeah, he's leaving. Here's Carday Smith. Hold on, let me see. And there's Carday Smith right there. And he usually tag everybody. Let's see if he tagged them. Yeah, he sure did. Yep. And Carday Smith put it right here. He put it on his Instagram. He tagged it. He's leaving. That's it. Damn, this thing is getting is, and this has happened as I'm live. It's going down. It's going down, guys, right now. Jeez. Yeah, guys, this thing is going down in a major way. You said merit incoming. It's getting ugly. Are you serious? It's incoming. I don't know how you must have some insight. You breaking this news as it's happening. Damn, Los, realist, you like breaking this right here. How you doing that? That's crazy. You said Seaton not sticking around. Damn, bro. We need Cardi Smith to stay. Um, he is good on that offensive line. I'm not sure what's happening here. Yeah, they starting to remember I said it's gonna be a staggered situation. They're gonna do it every day. They're doing it today. Cardi Smith. Damn, what's happening up there, guys? All right, 9 minutes. You said I was shocked at Brandon Davis. Yeah, I know, bro. They gonna offer these kids a bag. I know they are. They offer them bags, bro. And I'm not mad at them for taking the bag. You see what I'm saying? Because I know what I would do if that was my son. Didn't Cardi and Juju flip from USC? Yeah, they did. You got a good memory. They sure did. They know each other, I believe. They flipped at the same time. Now Cardi hitting the portal. Yeah, this thing is he gonna have to do a total rebuild, bro. It's gotta be a total rebuild again from like the first year. Man, it's happening, guys. You can follow Hayes Fawcett. Just do follow Hayes Fawcett on Instagram. and you will they break the stuff as it's happening. They break it before the people enter the portal. They be breaking it. So just check out Hayes Fawcett on Instagram, and you will get the breaking as it's happening. So I just looked at my phone. I did get the update on those two. I just didn't see it because I was live. But you said they're gonna need a new O line and D line. Nasty work. I know they're gonna need it. It has to be a total rebuild. That's what this has to be now. But there's a lot of big names entering the portal though, from all over the place. Yeah, there's a lot of big names around the country that's entering that portal. Let me see, who is this? Yeah, it's just like it's going portal crazy right now, guys. A lot of people entering. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. And yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one, probably a little later after the news settle, because I know it's more coming. So I'll be back a little bit later. 0 to 60